Greetings, Zombie Slayers, Super Jim here. Welcome to my complete guide for the Black Ops 3 Zombies map, Zetsubou No Shima main Easter egg. So completing this Easter egg will give you the achievement Seeds of Doubt, which is worth 50 gamer score, which is pretty awesome. And I'm going to be taking you through each and every step in detail, showing you the easiest way to complete these. This is a solo guide, but you can do all these steps co-op, of course, as well. So I'm also going to be showing you guys at the end the complete boss fight, so breaking that down with the mechanics and the equipment that will help you get through that in the easiest possible way. So I'm also going to be leaving as a helpful resource for you guys in the description of this video, time links for each and every step so you can easily find the step that you're after without watching the entire video, which will be quite lengthy. So hopefully that helps you guys. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, if this benefits you. So first up, you want to collect a bucket. You can find a bucket in the starting area if you're playing solo, or collect one from throughout the map. Then what you need to do is collect some element 115 water and power up Lab A and Lab B temporary power generators. When both are powered at the same time, you can open the bunker door. And what we're going to be doing is entering the bunker and opening up down to the lower level of the bunker so that we can turn on the permanent power. So to turn on the permanent power, you need to actually clear the underwater turbines, which are clogged up with spiderwebs. So clear the spiderwebs simply by clicking on those. You will be stuck underwater here. You need to pop up and grab air every now and then in the areas that you can, kill a bunch of zombies, then you can come out and turn on the permanent power in the map. Now, many of these steps can be done in any order, whichever order suits you best, but I'm going to show you next how to unlock the Skull of Nan Sapwe, which is a requirement for the Easter egg. So first up, collect the skulls from this central area just to the right of spawn, and you need to match the symbols that are on the skull. It will be random each time, with the same symbols on the smaller ritual area that are located in 4 different areas of the map. Once you place down the skulls that match, you need to then fight off a bunch of these zombies, which will have like a green kind of spore effect coming off them. These zombies will not attack you, so you are pretty safe if you leave one zombie at the end of the round and then come and do these rituals. So once you protect the skull for a short period of time, what will happen is the skulls will be cleansed and you'll be able to take those back to the altar where you collected them originally. Now, if you're having trouble completing this step with all the zombies hassling you or something like that while you're playing solo, you can actually create one of these crawler keeper plants by watering a seed with the green element 115 water for 3 consecutive rounds, which will give you this plant which will hold a keeper for you for a good 5 minutes, and even longer if it's upgraded by watering with the KT4. So you will need to complete the same ritual at the other 3 locations as well. So each time you're matching the skull symbol with the small altar symbol and placing it down on the altar to start the ritual, killing off the zombies, protecting the skull, and then picking up the cleansed skull and taking it back to the main altar. Now, the second and fourth time that you do these rituals, you will get spiders spawning in, and sometimes you'll get thrashers as well, so just be prepared for that. Once you've done the final ritual and cleansed the 4th skull, place it down here on the main altar with the other skulls, and what will happen is a lightning strike will occur, which will actually unblock the entrance to a secret room down below here. So make sure you've got some decent weapons and head on down into this room, and once you click on the skull in the center of the room, you'll actually be locked into this room for a period of time where you have to fight off a bunch of keepers that will attack you. So what you need to do to get access to the skull is you need to kill all of these keepers and feed their souls to the skull. Once the skull has absorbed enough of the keeper's souls, what will happen is the ritual will end, you'll be able to exit the room, and you'll be able to take the Skull of Nan Sapwe for yourself. So this is a really powerful special weapon which is charged by killing zombies. So once you have charged the Skull of Nan Sapwe, bring it down into the lower area of the bunker, the living quarters area, to where the element 115 purple water is located, and here on the wall you'll need to mesmerize this partial poster location. When you've done that properly, the full poster will appear, and that will be officially the start of the Easter egg. Now, the next essential piece of equipment that you will need is the KT4 Wonder Weapon in the map. If you're not sure how to build that, it is very basic. You require 3 parts, but I will put a card in the video right now, a link that you can click on so that you can go watch my video on how to build this. It is very, very easy, and once you have this built, we can move on to the next part of the Easter egg. The next step I'll be showing you guys is how to upgrade the KT4 Wonder Weapon. So in order to do this, first up you're going to need some rainbow water. So to get the rainbow water, you need to come down to the sewer system down here in the lower part of the bunker. When you click on this, you'll be taken through the sewer pipe, and you'll notice that there are two sections of blue water as you head in this direction from inside the bunker. The first section of blue water is right here, and the second section is coming up. When you get to the end of the second section of blue water, as you get to a metal ring that you pass through on the right, there's an element 115 meteorite. You need to click precisely on that in order to collect the special rainbow water in your bucket. So once you have that rainbow water, you're on your way to getting the first part that's required to upgrade the KT4 Wonder Weapon. This particular upgrade part you actually need to grow in the form of a plant. So what you need to do is make sure you've charged your Skull of Nan Sapwe, bring it down to the end of these tunnels in the operation room area, and you need to mesmerize the wall on the right opposite the spore where you can get oxygen. When you do that, a special area will be revealed where you can plant a seed, so you will need a seed in your inventory, and then water that with your rainbow water. Then you need to come back in the next round and water it again with the rainbow water, and a third time in the round after that with the rainbow water. After you've watered it 3 times with rainbow water in consecutive rounds, we can come back down here and collect this plant that will have grown for you. So once you have that plant, that is the very first piece that we're going to need to upgrade the KT4 Wonder Weapon. In order to get the second piece, what you're going to need to do is electrify a zombie shield. So first up, build the zombie shield. If you're not sure how to do that, I will put another card or link in the video you can click on that will take you to my tutorial on that. But then what you need to do is head back to the ritual location. If you haven't already, you want to check out the 3 challenges on this pillar here. So you can read what these challenges are, and then you need to actually complete each of these challenges in order to unlock a special lightning strike event that will allow you to charge your shield. So go through and complete these challenges as you're playing the game, and these will also give you some pretty cool rewards that will come in handy for later on in the Easter egg. Now, after you've completed all 3 of your challenges, you will have unlocked the special lightning strike event. So what this is every now and then at the ritual location, a lightning strike will occur on the ritual location platform. So when that happens, you need to actually go over to the ritual location as it's electrified, equip your zombie shield, and your zombie shield will actually then become electrified. The next thing we want to do is head over to Lab B, and you want to take out your electrified zombie shield, and you need to melee the control panel on this cage right here. So when you do that, what will happen is the cage will open. You need to have the KT4 equipped, and then you need to get inside the cage, and it will take you down underground to where you will see a skeleton. This skeleton is actually holding a special vial that you need to collect. So that is the second part for upgrading the KT4. To obtain the third and final part for the upgrade, you need to shoot out these webs with the KT4. This is at the back of the location where the blue water is. Come down here and there will be a mini boss fight against a giant spider. This spider's attacks consist of spitting venomous acid at you and a melee attack. It will also spawn in some mini spiders, so you need to have some decent weapons to take this thing out quickly. Once you have defeated it, you head over to the body and click on the body of the dead spider. Your character should say a quote when you've collected that third part of the upgrade. Having collected all 3 parts for the upgrade, you need to head down to where you crafted the KT4 originally, and on the other wall you'll notice another similar crafting location where you can place the materials down, and it will create the Masamune, the upgraded KT4 Wonder Weapon, which is a really awesome weapon as well. So once you've picked that up, we can head on to the next part of the Easter egg. So for this you need to charge up the Skull of Nan Sapwe and head towards the entrance of the bunker where the elevator is located. Mesmerize the wall to the left of the elevator to reveal a special room where we need to actually place some cogs. There are actually 3 cogs that we need to collect in order to repair the elevator. The elevator will take us down to the final boss fight for the Easter egg, so it's super important that we do repair that. So for the first cog, what you're going to need to make sure you have is the electrified zombie shield. So you can re-electrify that if it's not already electrified by going back to the ritual location. Then you need to head over to Lab A, and at Lab A there is a zipline control panel that you need to melee bash with the electrified zombie shield. Once you do that, you need to ride the zipline, and you need to drop off the zipline at the exact moment you're above this docks area right here. You drop by melee bashing the zipline when you want to drop using your shield. Make sure you don't miss this spot though, because if you do miss, if you jump too early, you will fall to your death. So make sure you're prepared for that. This is the cog location right here. So pick up the cog, and we are number 1 of 3 cogs away from repairing the elevator. So once again, be prepared with your quick revive or your revive plan all set up, just in case you do miss that drop and fall too early or something like that. The next cog will require that you have the Anywhere But Here Gobblegum, so make sure you have that slotted in your Gobblegum pack before you start the game. So once you have Anywhere But Here, you need to head back to the spider boss room where we fought the giant spider earlier, and then you need to actually use the Anywhere But Here Gobblegum inside of that room. This will teleport you instantly to a special room with some dragon eggs and cool stuff in it, but also the second cog. So you need to pick up that cog, and then you need to get out of there. Just be aware that zombies can get inside this room, so try and do this at the end of the round while you're keeping a single zombie alive to make it easier on yourself. To get the third and final cog, what you need to do is plant a special kind of reward plant. So plant a seed in any of the special planter locations around the map. Then you need to water it with the blue water, and also water it each time with the Masamune wonder weapon. So you'll know that you've watered it with the Masamune correctly when you get the green particle effects coming off it. So you need to do this for 3 consecutive rounds, and then you'll be able to harvest the reward plant, which should give you the special Easter egg reward of the AA shell. So pick up the AA shell. If you don't get the AA shell first try, simply try doing it again until you do get it. Then you need to head up to the AA battery that is located in the top area of the bunker. Now you need to watch for a giant bomber that is going to fly overhead periodically. When the bomber approaches, you need to click once on the gun to load the shell into the breech, and then a second time to fire the gun when the plane wing lines up with the barrel right here. If you do this successfully, you should have a part fly off the exploded bomber. Watch carefully to see where that part lands, and that is actually going to be our third cog that we are going to use to repair the elevator. So one area this cog can land is right here near this tree. Another location that I've had it land, which is where it landed in this case, is near l'Abbaye right here. So the cog does smoke. It is a little bit hard to spot sometimes, and it can fall in random locations around the map. So you may have to search a little bit for it if you're not familiar with the locations. Okay, we're very nearly at the end of the Easter egg. The only thing left is the final intense boss fight down below in the prison area. So make sure you set yourself up with a fresh gas mask, a fresh electrified zombie shield. Try and get monkeys if you can. Make sure that your skull is charged. Get a gobblegum like aftertaste. Try and get max ammo as well. You can get one from the reward that we did earlier here. And basically get yourself set up with some powerful weapons such as the Pack-a-Punched Marshals, the Perrin and Vellies are very useful for taking care of the thrashers that you'll encounter and stuff like that. Set up yourself with a revive plant as well. That will actually revive you inside the boss fight arena rather than the plant location, by the way, once you start the boss fight. And now we're ready to go and repair the elevator. So place the 3 cogs in the machinery here. Try and keep only a single zombie left alive before you take the elevator down, because the zombies will be waiting for you up here when you come back out of the boss fight arena. When you're ready, click on the elevator and it will take you down into the final prison area. So one thing to be aware of with the elevator is that the doors actually open at opposite ends to where you get in. So especially when you're coming back out of the elevator, just be aware of that. You don't want to be staring stupidly at the back of the elevator while a thrasher takes you out from behind. Anyway, once you come out in this area down below here, you'll notice that there are these vines blocking this hallway. So you need to shoot the glowing orange part of these vines in order to get through to the main boss fight arena. So this is almost like a tutorial for how to take care of the final boss. So what you need to do to start this boss fight is shoot the glowing area of the boss's limbs. There are actually 4 occasions where you need to do this in order to beat this boss, and that is the first occasion right there at the start. The other thing to keep in mind with this particular boss's attacks is that he has a mechanic where he uses his giant limb to smash you. So just listen for his bellow, his groaning roar, and when you hear that sound, you know he's going to slam it down for the slam attack. Other than that, some people find it useful to use the charge shot of the Masamune in the center of this arena and then just train around the outside. Personally, I found it much safer to simply use a pack-a-punch, double pack-a-punch weapon, and you do get a max ammo early here in the fight as well. Just use a regular weapon and just train the thrashers and the spiders around here. And that way you won't have them all freezing up in the middle of the map, potentially blocking you off. And you won't get so many respawning all around the edges as well. So you will have to basically shoot the glowing orange limb when it appears. So try and keep an eye on that boss over there behind the bars. And when you see the glowing orange part of his limb, you want to run over and shoot that. It doesn't have to be a charge shot. It can be just a regular shot with the Masamune. And you need to do that in the bottom left location where we started the boss fight. The second location is top left, and then it goes top right and bottom right. So it's a very, very simple fight. It's relatively easy once you know the mechanics of this. The one thing that you can get into trouble with is the spiders and thrashers spawning underneath you. There are a lot of risers in here, especially when you kill a lot of these guys all at once. So that's why I recommend just killing one or two every now and then, so you don't get quite so many spawning up and potentially trapping you when they rise up from underneath. So yeah, just take it easy, just train around the outside here. And take your time with it. Every 2 minutes or so, you'll notice that one of his limbs will start glowing orange again, and that's when you need to shoot it with the Masamune. Try not to spend too much time in the center of the arena, because that's where you're vulnerable to the Slamattax, and those Slamattax can down you in one hit, so just be very careful to avoid those and listen out for that bellowing sound he makes just before he does the slam attack. So it should just about be coming up on the next limb that we can shoot here. So we'll just take care of that one right there. That's the third one that we need to shoot. And after you shoot the third one, you get a ton of these guys spawning in. So just be ready for that, especially if you've just killed a whole bunch of them, because that can get you trapped and killed as well. Okay, so we just got to go for another couple of minutes here. It's literally 2 minutes between each one that you have to shoot. So I think that you do have to kill a certain amount of the spiders and stuff like that, but you don't have to kill a whole lot of them or anything like that. It's more of a timer-based fight, this one. But we're nearly to the end of this, and there's a very touching and emotional cutscene right at the end. I'm not going to show that to you guys, partly because I don't want to spoil it for you if you haven't done the Easter egg yet. You can watch it yourself when you do it, but also because they are quite frequently a target of copyright strikes, unless you manipulate them, which I don't want to do. So we're going to take out the final limb in a second here. Just as you can see, just very, very simply, just training these guys around the center, not even killing them that much. And then we're going to shoot this fourth and final limb with the Masamune, and that should end the boss fight. And we have completed the Easter egg.
Its silver blade will soon turn red. I will slice them like sushi.
Alright, so that is it. Easter egg completed, and you will get a trophy worth 50 points for doing the Easter egg. You'll also get a reward of all the perks in the map, which is pretty awesome. Electric Cherry in particular is really, really useful. You obviously get Widow's Wine as a free perk from killing the spider boss earlier. You can also camp down here in this corridor once you've done it. It's a pretty good camping location, especially playing co-op. But there's not any ammo down there, but one advantage of it is that there are no spores, so you won't get any thrashers spawning in after you've done the Easter egg. Anyway, just be prepared to rush your way out of the elevator once you get up top here, because sometimes you'll have a couple of thrashers waiting up here to bash around the head as soon as you step out of this. And then you're basically free to keep going, keep playing, to whatever round you want to get to here. So there you go, guys. I hope this guide helped you. If it did, please remember to rate and comment and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Sleepy Jim out.